Hi, welcome to Bar Cart Bookshelf, a video series about books and the drinks they inspire. My name is Elias, and today we're talking about Key Lime Sky by Hess. Key Lime Sky is a standalone sci-fi adventure about an alien adventure that has only one witness at first. And this witness is an autistic, non-binary pie blogger named Denver in the small town of Muddy Gap, Wyoming. As with Hess's previous novel, with Angry Robot, which we covered last year, World Running Down, there's this real fascination with the American Mountain West that I found really engaging. And over the course of this novel, which functions largely as like an X-Files episode, or maybe a two-parter, it's the mid-season finale, something like that, is just this really wonderful, fast-paced, timely sci-fi thriller about not being believed and finding yourself in your community, and also, having your mind warped by a strange alien presence, and your town warped, and fighting for the place that you believe in, and fighting for your place in that place. It's cozy, yes, it's about pie, but it's not all kumbaya, it's not, twee, certainly not. It's, fierce and sharp and fun and fast-paced, and, the stakes, it's like cozy sci-fi, you're protecting a town, but who knows how far this alien could go. We see the real hallmarks of an alien invasion story, which is the threat that, the total destruction of the world might hang in the balance, and you don't know because you're just stuck in it. And in the midst of that, there's finding connection with people that are new in your life and people who you have not felt so connected with in your town. This really great exploration of gender and of neurodivergence and mental difference that's sort of been a hallmark of Hess's work and that I've really enjoyed. We see Denver is non-binary. Xi uses all pronouns, but primarily Xi, Xem, and is an assigned male at birth, non-binary, which is really not very common or not so common in our speculative fiction. So that sort of representation was really exciting to see, and just a very fun read. I read it over the course of one afternoon. Like, it moves. It's a good little 300-page thriller, and we are cooking and booking. And just a really great time. Like, exactly what you want from that sort of pacey sci-fi. Feels like your favorite show, has delicious pie, and also the teeth that bite into the pie and are sharp, and good sharp teeth. And so, of course, we had to have a drink inspired by the book. I mean, it's called Key Lime Sky. That just lends itself to a drink, and you will be unsurprised to learn that our drink today is a cocktail version of a key lime pie. This is something that has been just sort of ticking in the back of my brain for about a year since this book has been introduced, and it really has only all come together here as I got to read the book, which is really very exciting, to have a blueprint and to see it really come together. And so our drink today is the Dreamer. It is a cocktail key lime pie, and I'm so excited to make it with all of y'all. So we're going to start with a damp paper towel, and we're going to use that to rim the edge of a stemmed cocktail glass using my Nick and Nora here. Lovely. And then I have a dish with some turbinado sugar on it. And we're just going to gently rim the edge of that glass, get it just sort of nice. We're not going to have graham crackers because those are really hard to stick on the edge of a glass. But that turbinado sugar is going to give you the sort of crunch, that texture that you expect from the crust of a key lime pie here in our Dreamer. And with that garnished and set aside, we will turn our attention to the remainder of our cocktail. It's going to be 3 ingredients of equal parts. They're all a little special, but if you are in a pinch and want to try a variation on this recipe, you can swap it out for more familiar ingredients. Number 1, we're going to start with our spirit, which is 1 ounce of butter-washed rum. We used this at the start of the summer for a fun little whale nautical horror, and it's really nice. It's got the richness, that sort of dairy edge, that softening of the butter. A really easy technique, just melt some butter into your rum and let that sort of soak overnight, and then strain off the butter fats, and you're going to have this really wonderful, just like rich and delicious rum. And you do want to keep that in the fridge after you make it to preserve some of the more volatile flavors that you get from the butter fat compounds. So we've got 1 ounce of our butter washed rum, and in a pinch you can swap in just your favorite cocktail rum. It'll be a little bit different, but it'll give you a bit of a sense. And Denver might disagree with me, Xi is very precise, but you know what? Xi isn't here to have a cocktail. So we give space and grace here on Bar Cart Bookshelf. Next, we're going to get 1 ounce of lime cordial. This is the lime syrup we use pretty regularly here on Bar Cart Bookshelf, made with lime peels, lime juice, and sugar. It's going to have the bright zing of the lime with the sweetness of the sugar, and also the complex bitter flavors and aromatic flavors of the lime peel. And we've got a recipe for that that's pretty widely available, and will also be available in my forthcoming book, Cocktails and Consoles. More on that at the end. Finally, we're going to add 1 ounce of sweet cream. This is a new ingredient here on Bar Cart Bookshelf. It's made with equal parts sweetened condensed milk and whole milk. So if you get a 1/4 cup of sweetened condensed milk, or 1/3 cup of sweetened condensed milk, put that in a bottle with a 1/4 or a 1/3 cup of whole milk, shake that on up. It's going to be a really neat variation on heavy cream, a little bit sweeter and a little bit less rich as well, because we've got that whole milk that just thins it out a little bit more, makes it a little bit easier to pour. And again, if you don't want to go to the effort to make that, try some heavy cream in there as an alternate. Of course, for a true key lime pie, we really do want that sweetened condensed milk in there. But lots of ways to play around with variation. Then we'll get our ice down in there. Lovely, lovely. And we'll shake it up, wake it up. There we go. See how frosty freezy those tins are. Lovely. Frothy, foamy cocktail within. And then we will strain that into the cocktail glass that we prepared. Perfect. Lovely. And there you have it. This is The Dreamer, inspired by Key Lime Sky by Al Hess. Key Lime Sky is available now. A huge thank you to the publisher Angry Robot for sending me an early copy so that I could talk about it on release day. So excited for this book to be out in the world and to find readers among all of you. I've got a link to snag it in the description down below, as well as links to various forms of social media, including Twitter, Instagram, and Blue Sky, where there is always a written version of today's recipe. Try the drink. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hit that like button. It makes me so very happy when you do. And subscribe if you haven't already, so you never miss an episode. Also, we are now less than 1 month away from the debut of my first beverage book, Cocktails and Consoles, which is 75 cocktails and mocktails inspired by video games, everything from Pac-Man and Pong to Hades and the latest Assassin's Creed. You're going to find really great recipes, some snacks, some bar trivia, some game trivia, hosting tips, all sorts of things in there. I'm really proud of it. I really can't wait to share more with all of you, and I've got a link to snag that in the description below as well. And so, until next time, cheers.